Ever since the creation of computer languages, the world has been advancing, particularly in technological aspects, in leaps and bounds. A programming language is a formal computer language which comprises a set of strings that produce various kinds of machine code output, and thus they are used for implementing algorithms. Multiple programming languages have emerged over the years, furthering the technological boom we have witnessed until now. Java is one such popular programming language, which is known for its platform independence and widespread applicability in different fields. In this session, we will talk about the various fields and real-world scenarios where Java can be used to develop softwares, systems, or apps. We will also dig into Java's applications in the domains of web apps, mobile apps, embedded systems, distributed systems, cloud-based systems, artificial intelligence and machine learning-based systems, scientific and mathematical applications, etc. So hold on tight, because we are going to enter the wonderful world of Java and its delightful applications.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any new updates or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoy this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing. So make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on the video. Any queries or suggestions and I will respond to your comments.
Now let me introduce you to what is Java. Although the kids from first standard to a working professional, everybody is aware what a Java is. But still, it's important to know Java is a high-level object-oriented programming language. And this is a programming language using which you can develop the simple to simple applications to a very complex application. Java is not only used as a tool, but also it's a platform. When I say Java is a platform, it means what? It means that Java provides a programming language as well as a virtual environment to develop the programs or the software using that programming language. Also, Java has a huge support of libraries and packages which are widely used in various fields to develop the software. Java is also a very powerful tool. There are different and many IDEs, integrated development environments, which supports Java, and using those integrated development environments, we can develop complex softwares on Java programming language. Recently, Java has celebrated its 25th anniversary. So it has become 25 years in 2021 since the Java was launched, and it is still counting. Not to mention here that Java is a programming language which has its reach in every field, not just a simple standalone application of a desktop or a laptop, but also you can develop applications using Java programming that has reached to Mars. Few of the Java applications is very important to mention here. The first one I would like to mention is JMars. So JMars is a software which was developed for analysis of remote sensing. This is a software which is being used still by NASA to analyze all the planetary data. Next application I would like to mention here is Wikipedia search. So Wikipedia is like an encyclopedia for the people and by the people, which was developed in Java. That is, the search engine which Wikipedia uses was developed in Java. In 2014, the search engine underlying Wikipedia was developed or was enhanced, and that is using Elasticsearch. So Elasticsearch is also a distributed RESTful application of Java. Next application I would like to mention here is from the gaming field, that is Minecraft. So Minecraft is a video game which is developed for kids and adults, and it is quite famous among them because of its creative universe offered to the players. SmartThings. SmartThings is an application which is developed in the field of Internet of Things. So using SmartThings, just through your laptop or your desktop, you can control everything in the house. Starting from the lights and fans in the house to the locks, as well as all other security options available in the house can be controlled using this application SmartThings, which is developed in Java. So you can see here that from your house to the other planet, from a simple application to a distributed application, from the field of mathematics to the field of machine learning and artificial intelligence, Java has its application everywhere. Let's try to understand that now. Before going ahead, I'd like to tell you what all I'm going to discuss in this session. So we'll talk about how is Java being used in such a versatile field. That is, from a desktop standalone application to an enterprise level application, Java is there everywhere. So we'll talk about that in this session, starting from how is Java used as a tool or as a platform, and then talking about its basic applications like desktop tools to mobile applications. How is Java being utilized at an enterprise level to develop enterprise level applications will also be discussed. Not just that, but Java is also into development of shared applications and cloud related applications. The features of Java supports the development of embedded systems as well. So not just into the field of development of various applications that are used on or executed on a computer or a laptop, but also to the gaming environment or to the gaming field, Java is widely used. We'll talk about that as well. And then from the field of artificial intelligence, machine learning, to the field of data analytics and data science, Java has its application everywhere. We'll also talk about the different IDEs which we are using now. Most of it are developed in Java. What is that feature of Java which is helping it develop the applications related to science and mathematics? And not just that, we'll also explore how is Java a programming language which has its reach to the planetary environment. The applications of Java into aeronautics will be discussed last. Now let's talk about the desktop application of Java programming. That is, what are the different tools that you can run on a standalone desktop but can be developed using Java programming. So what is desktop tools first of all? All those applications or softwares that run on a single machine, that is on your laptop or a desktop, and is accessible only by a single user, are your desktop applications. The applications that you see in various shops that is being used by the person who builds the items, that is an application that is developed only to be executed on a single machine, which is being used by the shopkeeper. What are the different features of Java that is helping it develop desktop tools? And that is your platform independent and robust feature. Platform independence. Why is Java called as a platform independent language? Because of the support of bytecode. So bytecode is nothing but the conversion of .java file to a .class file by JIT compiler. The .class file which is developed can be executed on any machine. Although it is developed on any single machine, it can be executed on any desktop or any laptop because of its support of bytecode. And Java is also a robust language. Robust meaning it has a support of handling errors and failures. And that is only possible because of the two aspects of Java programming. One is your garbage collector and the other one is exception handling. The two programming features of exception handling and garbage collection makes Java a robust programming language. And these are the two features of platform independence and robust that helps us develop various desktop tools in Java programming. Now, what are the different APIs and packages which you have to use for development of a desktop tool? And that is AWT, Swing, and JavaFX. AWT stands for Abstract Windowing Toolkit. So it's a tool which is helpful, or it's a package which is used for developing window-based application. Or more basically, if I say, it is used for developing graphical user interface based applications. Swing and JavaFX both is used for developing user interface application or Windows application. Although Swing is a very old support given by Java, JavaFX is newly launched. There are various examples which we can see around when it comes to desktop tools which are developed using Java applications. For example, Acrobat Reader, the PDF reader which we use to read PDF files and handle all kind of operations on the PDF files, is developed using Java programming. Various antiviruses are developed using Java. For example, Avira and Kaspersky. These are the antiviruses which are developed in Java programming. The media players which we use on desktop or on a mobile application are developed using Java programming. Now let us talk about the Java application related to mobile phones. That is, all the mobile applications are developed using Java programming. Now what is mobile applications? So all the applications or apps or the softwares or the tools that run on any given mobile phone or a smartphone are called mobile applications. Java helps in development of various mobile applications because of its two features. One is your portability, another is secure. Java is a portable language because of the support of bytecode. Java compiler compiles the code or any .java file into a bytecode. And this bytecode is a platform independent code, meaning it can be executed on any given machine. And the next feature of Java that helps it in development of mobile application is your secure. That is, Java is a secure language. Why we say Java is a secure language? The very first reason is that the virtual machine that Java uses for development of programs makes it actually very secure. And the second one is Java does not support the concept of pointers. So that avoids all kind of illegal memory accesses. So these two features helps Java to develop mobile applications. Now, what are the different packages and APIs provided by Java for developing mobile applications? That is your Android and J2ME. For any given Android mobile, that is the mobiles having Android operating system, the Android app development is not possible without Java programming. And why is this possible? Why am I only talking about Android OS and Android applications? Because the bytecode support, which I just talked about, is provided by Java, and this bytecode runs on a virtual machine called as DVM, that is Dalvik Virtual Machine. The support of the DVM for running the bytecode makes Java useful for development of any Android phones. And also, Java to Micro Edition is a package or a framework that is provided by Java for development of any smartphone related applications. There are various examples which we can see around when we open our mobile phones. The first one is the very basic app of calendar. While using calendar in your mobile, have you realized that it was developed in Java programming? But yes, it is developed. Netflix. Netflix is an online video streaming application. It has a web version as well as mobile version. The mobile app which is there for Netflix is developed using Java programming. Then there is an app called as Uber, which is used for renting and hiring cabs to move around in the city. So this application is also developed using Java programming. Let's talk about the enterprise level solutions related to Java applications. That is, what are the applications that can be developed at a larger scale using Java programming? So the enterprise level applications are nothing but the combination of various smaller applications. Suppose, for example, there is a company ABC. So in that company, there are various verticals. For example, there is a HR department, there is an accounts department, then there is a department which manages the house cleaning staffs. Then there is a department that manages the canteen and food related to the company people. So these four verticals, if we develop an application or a software to manage each of these four different verticals individually, and then combine them to become an application or a software for the entire company. So the software that is developed for the entire company having four smaller modules or four sub verticals, this is called as your enterprise level solution or an enterprise level application. So enterprise applications are larger multi-tiered applications that are developed at an enterprise level. The features of Java programming that helps develop an enterprise level solution are scalable, secure, and powerful. Scalable meaning the same Java application developed with the same architecture can be expanded from 1,000 people or 1,000 users to millions of users. Java provides that kind of a strong support so that it can be scaled to a larger number of users. Java is a powerful language. Why we say that? The strong support of memory management, automatic memory management that is provided by Java programming helps to improve the performance of the applications that are developed using Java. And hence it is called as a powerful language. There is a framework that is provided by Java for development of enterprise level solutions, that is J2ME, Java Enterprise Edition. So this is the API that is provided by Java for development of the powerful multi-tiered distributed applications. The various examples are there which have been developed using enterprise. Various examples are there that has been developed using Java programming. For example, Myntra, Naukri, TripAdvisor. A very good example of scalable enterprise level solution is Naukri.com. So Naukri.com is an application that is developed using Java programming, which has been scaled to millions of users and is still being scaled further. Similarly, Myntra, every day thousands of users gets added to it. Still the performance of the application remains intact. This is only because Java programming has been used to develop these applications. Now let's talk about the shared applications that are developed using Java programming. So what is distributed applications or what are shared applications? The applications or the softwares which can be executed on multiple different computers connected through a common network are called as shared applications or distributed applications. There are various strong features of Java programming that helps it develop shared applications. That is, distributed nature of Java. The extendable and dynamic nature of Java helps it develop shared application. When we say dynamic, it means what? That Java helps in creation of bytecode. That is, the bytecode which is executed or loaded at the runtime. And anything that happens at runtime shows the dynamic behavior. And this support of bytecode by Java programming makes Java a dynamic programming language. Java also helps in a distributed development of programs. That is, you can develop a software or a program that has various subprograms, and each subprogram can be developed and kept on different machines, but can be executed in a collaborated manner connected through a network. There are various APIs that are provided by Java programming that helps in developing these shared applications. That is RMI, Corba, and Gini. RMI is a remote procedure infrastructure. Then is Corba. Corba is a common object request broker architecture. These are the APIs provided by Java that helps in development of distributed applications. Gini is a Java intelligent networking infrastructure that helps to register and find distributed services with the mentioned specifications. So these are the APIs that one can use and develop distributed applications. If I talk about examples of distributed applications that have been developed using Java programming, there are many to mention. But few I'll mention it over here. that is, the different web browsers which we use to surf internet, are all developed in Java. The air traffic control system. The air traffic control system is a shared or a distributed application that is used for controlling the aircraft movement. Now let's talk about the application of Java in the field of cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? So cloud computing is a delivery of services or resources to the end user. Services, it means the storage space, the server space, or any kind of service that can be provided to the user. And all this is done through the network. Now that doesn't mean that the data is stored somewhere in the network or in the air or a cloud. The data is stored or accessed from a remote server or any other computer which is referred as a node in the networks. Now, how all that happens is a field of cloud computing, and there are different algorithms and different techniques that are used for running the whole technique of cloud computing. But how is Java helpful there? We know that there's a feature of Java that is called as write once, run anywhere. It means what? You can develop a Java application on one node or one computer and can be executed on any other machine. So this nature, as well as the distributed nature of Java, helps it to build applications that are relevant or useful in the field of cloud computing. Now, is there any platform or a package or an API that is helpful in developing cloud applications? Yes, Java has a application, or I can say a platform that helps to develop cloud applications, and that is Oracle Java Cloud Service. Oracle Java Cloud Service is a platform to develop and deploy cloud applications. It is also used for configuring and dealing with the Oracle servers. There are various examples that use the concept of cloud computing, and also Java has been used there to develop them. The examples are Netflix, Amazon, Twitter. So all these three examples which I told right now uses the concept of cloud computing to provide software as a service to the users. Java has certain features with the help of which we can develop applications that helps us build software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service. And that's the reason Java has been used widely in the field of cloud computing as well. Now let's talk about embedded system, which is also one of the application of Java programming. But before that, what is embedded system? So embedded system, as the name itself makes it very clear, the systems which are embedded into other systems, meaning various small systems or small softwares that are embedded or integrated into to make a larger software or a larger system is called as embedded system. The other name for embedded system is integrated systems as well. Now, how is Java helpful to build an embedded system? The two of the important features of Java programming, that is fast and robustness, helps build an embedded system. But before that, let me tell you the example of an embedded system. We see a lot of examples in day-to-day life around us for an embedded system. For example, in our car or any four-wheeler for that matter, there is a place or a scope to play music. That is one of the integrated system. Then there is a place where there is a touch screen where you can run maps to locate the locations. That is also one of the example of embedded system. Now, how is Java helpful there? Java is a fast language, and that is only because of JIT compiler, that is just-in-time compiler. And also, Java is a robust language. The exception handling concept of Java programming that makes Java a robust language, because it handles the errors and failures at the time of execution. So these two features help build an embedded system. What are the different APIs and packages that are provided by Java for creating embedded systems? So those are Java SE, Java ME, and also Oracle provides certain APIs with the help of which you can develop integrated systems. A very good example of where Java is used for developing embedded system is your SIM cards. For more than a decade now, we use SIM cards in our mobile phones, and these SIM cards uses a special type of JVM called as Java cards. So you can see how Java application has been useful in developing embedded systems. Initially, when Java was launched, it was launched with the purpose of using it to build embedded systems itself. Various other examples are there, like Blu-ray disc. Java is used to develop embedded system. In televisions also, to develop various integrated systems, Java programming has been used. Now let's talk about the application of Java in development of high performance websites. So now what is this web-based application? The applications which run on the concept of client and server are web-based application. There are some part of the application which runs on the client machine, and to execute or to use those websites on the client machine, we take the help of different browsers. And then there are some part of the application which runs on the server side or server machine. For example, to interact with the website, the complete look and feel of the website is loaded on the client machine. But whenever there is a request from a client and there is some response to be given to the client, this part is handled on the server machine. Now, what is that feature of Java that helps development of these high performance websites? And that is nothing but easy coding and high security. Java is a secure language because it doesn't provide support of pointers. And because of that, explicit memory access is restricted. And also, Java provides so many frameworks, or you can say the tools using which a website development becomes very easy. There are various APIs in the field of website development or a web app development that is supported or provided by Java. Some of them are Servlet, Struts, Java Server Pages. Then there are Spring, Hibernate. So all these are framework. In fact, Spring is a framework of frameworks because Spring provides the support of other frameworks like Hibernate, etc. There are various examples of these websites which has been developed using Java programming. Few to mention are Amazon, the website of Amazon which we run or use on our laptop or a computer is developed using Java programming. Similarly, the railway ticket reservation website, that is irctc.co.in, is also developed using Java programming. Now, I'll talk about the application of Java in the field of big data. Now, what is big data first of all? So whenever we deal with larger chunks of data, or you can say a huge amount of millions and billions of data when it is analyzed and researched for further useful information, that is called as your big data. There are a lot of features of Java that supports the development of applications in the field of big data. That is, Java is a fast language. It is reliable. The garbage collection and memory distribution features of Java helps it to be one of the useful programming language in the field of big data. The different packages or APIs that is helping to work with big data are Apache Kafka, Apache Hadoop, Elasticsearch. So Elasticsearch is a search engine which is developed using Java programming, which is used by many companies nowadays to analyze a large chunk of data. The companies like Uber uses this Elasticsearch engine. Apache Kafka and Apache Hadoop are also the different frameworks or tools which are developed using Java for analyzing, storing, and working with larger chunks of data. The various examples using these APIs and packages where application has been developed in the field of big data are ETL applications, extract, test, and load. That is, when we take a raw data, those data has to be extracted, tested, and loaded for further analysis. And all these applications or tools for ETL, not all, but yeah, many of them are developed using Java programming. Wikipedia is one of the very good example which we use every day, and that is also developed by using one of the API and package, or that uses one of the API and packages that are developed in Java programming. Then there is another example of parallel graph analytics. Moving further, let me tell you about the application of Java in the field of servers. Now, what is this server? So a server is a platform, or you can say it's a dedicated collection of hard disk or a memory space that contains those application or those softwares or programs that provide service as a response to the request from the user. User meaning the client machine. So server has all those aspects of an application which provides the response to any request that comes from the client machine. Now there are two different categories of servers. One is your web server, the other one is application server. Now, is there any difference between the two? So yes, obviously there's a difference between the two, and that is whenever a client request or a client machine request for any HTTP page, and that HTTP page is searched and displayed to the client machine. This is a work of a web server. But if any request from the client machine requires the business logic to be accessed or to be provided for any application, then that is done by application server. There are various examples of these servers which are developed using Java as a language. And those are Apache Tomcat, Glassfish. So these are the servers which are developed in Java programming. Now let's talk about the integrated development environments. Is there Java involved there also? So yes, Java application is also into IDEs. Now what is this IDEs? These are integrated development environments. It means what? That the environment or a platform or a framework that helps to develop any application in a particular language. Suppose I want to develop an application in Java programming, or I want to develop an application in .NET or C or C++ for that matter. I can use these integrated development environments to develop any application with quite a ease. Meaning, it provides such tools. For example, drag and drop tools are available in most of these IDEs, or support of inbuilt correction or a proper support of debugging a particular code is provided in these IDEs, that is integrated development environments. Now, how is Java application here also in the field of IDEs also? So guys, many IDEs are there which we use in our day-to-day life for development of softwares or applications or for writing codes which are developed using Java itself. The Eclipse is an IDE. Eclipse is used for development of softwares, programs, or writing code in various programming languages, including Java. And this IDE is developed or coded in Java itself. Similarly, Jenkins, IntelliJ, ByteBuddy, all these are the IDEs which are used for different languages and different application development. But all these are primarily written in Java programming. Now let's talk about how is Java helpful in developing games. May it be a 2D game or a 3D game, Java can be used to develop both of these. Now, what is that feature of Java that helps in game development? That is, Java is a versatile language. It means what? That the game which is developed in Java programming can be executed or can be played on multiple platforms. May it be Windows, may it be any other operating system, or may it be a tablet or a desktop or a mobile phone. That's the reason Java helps in development of these games. Now, is there any package or API support that is provided by Java to develop 2D and 3D games? So yes, there is a lot. Few packages, I'm going to mention it here. That is your libGDX. So libGDX is a cross-platform game development engine which can be used for development of games. Then there is JMonkey engine. JMonkey engine is a newly launched, or you can say modern day engine which is used for development of games. And this is most famous or is being liked by the developers because you have to write very less code over here. So that becomes, or that makes it developer friendly. Various games which has already been developed using Java programming or using any of these packages and APIs are Mission Impossible 3, Asphalt 6, Minecraft. So all these are the example of those games where Java programming has been used. Java is not only having the application in the field of mobile app development or web app development, but also in the most demanding fields of artificial intelligence and machine learning. But what is artificial intelligence and what is machine learning? When the natural intelligence of human brain is incorporated into machines or computer, that's called as your artificial intelligence. All these concepts of neurons on which our human brain functions is being replicated to the machines. And that's how artificial intelligence is developed. Now, what is machine learning? For example, to make a human learn, we have to teach the human first. When we want to learn ABC, we have to teach a kid what is A, what is B, and what is C. Similarly, to make a machine learn and behave intelligently, we have to make the machines learn as well. And that is your machine learning. We try to make the machine learn first and then behave accordingly depending upon the learning data set. So these fields of, or you can say the complex fields of artificial intelligence and machine learning is also touched by Java applications. What are those features of Java that is helping AI and ML related softwares? That is your stability, speed, and cross platform. So Java is a fast language. It's quite stable as well because of its features like the compiler it is using, the bytecode concept. Java becomes quite helpful in developing artificial intelligence and machine learning softwares. There are different packages and APIs that are used for developing artificial intelligence using Java. Few of them are DL4J. DL4J is an open source package for developing deep learning applications. Similarly, Apache Sparse M library is also a package available to develop or to work with artificial intelligence and machine learning. Various examples are there. If I talk about artificial intelligence example, AI-based chatbot that is called as EVA by HDFC Bank. These are developed using Java programming. Then self-driving cars also has some of the applications in Java. The example of machine learning is online fraud detection. There are various examples of machine learning applications where Java is being used. Now let us see how is Java helpful in developing scientific applications. That is, how is Java applicable in the field of science and mathematics? So scientific applications are those applications that require a huge mathematical data computation or huge scientific concepts to be implemented. Now, as Java is a fast and a secure language, it can be used in the field of science and mathematics. The high complex mathematical calculations that are needed to be done in a scientific applications or in a mathematical applications require the underlying software or a language to be portable so that the values and those calculations that doesn't changes by the change of the platform. And for development of the scientific applications in the front end as well as the back end, both the places Java can be used. The various packages and APIs that supports development of scientific applications are struts, JSP, and servlets. So struts can be used not only just for web development, but also for a front-end development of any application related to science and mathematics. Similarly, servlets can be used for a back-end development of these scientific applications. One of the very good example is Mathematics Laboratory. That's also called as MATLAB. So MATLAB is a very complex tool that is developed, or you can say a platform that is for developing scientific applications. We can develop the application related to fuzzy logic, neural network, and many more to mention using this MATLAB. And the coding or the development of MATLAB has been done using Java programming. So we can see how immense the effect of Java is in the field of science and mathematics. Now let's explore the field of aeronautics for Java applications. Now, Java applications are a lot in the field of aeronautics as well. When it comes to exploring space, Java is no longer behind. As long as in 2004, Java was the first programming language to be used for planetary related tool development. And Java was used for these application development because of its two of the important features, that is secure and reliable. Java is secure because it doesn't allow explicit memory references, and it's reliable because it doesn't bother the developers with the machine level codings. There are tools and frameworks that are quite flexible to be used for. The different packages and APIs that is developed for working in the field of aeronautics is Worldwind SDK. So Worldwind is a virtual globe developed by NASA. It's a virtual 3D globe. Worldwind SDK provides a complete software development kit for visualization of virtual 3D globe. Similarly, JMars is also one of the API or a tool basically that is used for exploring the planet Mars. The various applications have been developed and is being used in the field of aeronautics. US Aerospace uses JavaFX Deep Space Trajectory Explorer. And this is a tool which is developed using Java programming that helps in trajectory calculation, that is the path and orbit calculation for the spaceships. Similarly, to explore the red planet Mars, a software has been developed, and that is your Maestro Mars rover controller. So we can see that Java is widely used in the field of aeronautics as well, from as long as 2004 till date. Now let's summarize whatever we studied in this course. So we studied all the concepts related to Java application. What are those fields where Java is used, and why is Java used in that particular fields as well? Starting from a desktop application to a mobile application to an enterprise application. We saw what are the examples in these fields where Java has been used to develop the tools. Not only that, but also in the field of science and mathematics. To develop those scientific applications, how is Java useful? There are tons of packages and APIs that Java provides, with the help of which we can develop the applications not only in the field of big data, but also in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. We saw that most of the tools which big data is using, or which is being used for analysis of large chunk of data, is developed in Java itself. The various websites that we encounter in our day-to-day life are developed using Java programming. As Java is a portable language, a secure and a flexible language, and many other such features of Java helps it to be used for developing applications in various fields. From development of different servers like application server and web server to development of the integrated development environments where the other applications are developed with the help of any given XYZ programming language, all these tools are developed basically in Java itself. We also saw how is Java applicable in cloud-based applications, and how is the integrated systems developed using Java programming. So we could conclude that Java is used from a very basic application that runs on a mobile phone or a desktop computer to a complex applications that runs on remote server, or even the softwares that are used for exploring space. There is no field or organization that is left untouched by the application of Java.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any new updates or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoy this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing. So make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on the video. Any queries or suggestions, and I will respond to your comments.